We have to talk about Netflix's hit series Owning Manhattan with former reality TV star from Bravo's $1 Million Listing, New York, Ryan Serhant. So for those of you that are just getting familiar with Ryan Serhant, he was on Bravo's $1 Million Listing New York, which was put on, quote, pause. And I'm glad he did not pause. He did not pause his business. He actually started his own brokerage. And if you watch $1 Million Listing, this guy hustles. But I am a little worried about you, Ryan, because you are doing a lot and not utilizing resources to support you. You're gonna burn out. But what I loved about this show, mostly because unlike, look, I'm just gonna name names, Selling Sunset or Selling the OC or Buying Beverly Hills, these folks are really giving us the real estate that we want to see. These folks are giving us the real interpersonal drama, not just some sort of pre-produced or just like, oh, I'm jealous. No, these folks, the men and the women, are the top elite hustlers. Trisha, I love you. You are reality TV gold. I love the fact that we see your elevation from selling real estate, $1 million real estate in Brooklyn, to Manhattan because, you know, Manhattan's supposed to be the best place. Spoiler alert, so for those that haven't watched it, Johnny, whatever your name is, you're fired. You're no longer coming back. Don't come back for season 2. I'm sure he will, but he won't be working for Ryan Serhant. He gave me bad vibes from the beginning. The podcast episode that he did, he was clowning everyone. He acts as if he is, I don't know how much real estate he sold. I don't even know if we saw him sell anything on this season. What we did see, we saw Jade sell, and Chloe. I like Chloe. She is not the greatest person. However, I like her for reality television. And homegirl, if you came into my office and put your dog on my desk, it'd be a problem. But we also have other real estate agents from I think there was Niall. I apologize, black man, but you're handsome, and I can't believe I can't remember your name. And then we had Ryan's ex-assistant turned real estate agent who's trying to make a name for himself outside of being Ryan's assistant. But most importantly, what I love about Owning Manhattan, it's about real estate. It's about how they do real estate. That's what I loved about $1 Million Listing. It really wasn't yes, they had their competitive drama. They had their own personal story of what's going on in their lives, but it never felt like that was the priority. The properties, the business of real estate, how it works, how it doesn't work, how certain things don't work, how, you know, certain things, especially in this era of social media, how they're utilizing it now. So it feels like an elevation of $1 Million Listing. He continues to still bring the drama. I loved it. I literally can watch it again. Owning Manhattan on Netflix was so good, I watched it a second time in just a week. If you missed my previous video, go check it out where I recapped Owning Manhattan, but I have a lot more thoughts. But if you enjoy things like this and pop culture, be sure to follow. Every story needs a villain, and Jonathan lived up to it. I just did not expect it. He was so cocky for no reason. This was his best friend, Jess. And Jess, honestly, I think you were the undercover villain. There was just something about you that gave inauthentic. And I don't know what it was. It could be your alliance with Jonathan, but I think you were only aligning yourself with Jonathan because you wanted to, I guess, elevate maybe your social media followers. Jessica is probably someone no one is talking about, but the way that she made that person go from their $5 to $10 million deal to a $22 million apartment, she's the ultimate professional. I enjoyed her. Look, I know a lot of people are trashing Jonathan, but he also added to what we expect. There is always going to be a douchey guy in real estate or a douchey guy in the office that you're not going to like. So he played his part. But when he went to that apartment, I have to agree with him with one thing, Kayla. And Kayla, I get it. You were like, what is wrong with this man? But when he talked about that hot tub, even though I'm not a billionaire, even as my thousandaire, I would not want a hot tub in my beautiful apartment on my terrace. I'm just saying. Sidebar, did they ever, and I could Google schmoogle this, but did they ever sell this $250 million penthouse? They didn't sell it on the show. And this is where Ryan, you might have a problem with favoritism because everyone feels like you have favorites. Or maybe you just put that in their head, so everyone's your favorite. But this $10 million opportunity for them from this $250 million penthouse, which no one sold. I love Niall, though. I think Niall is he's perfect for this type of show. He's good at his job. He's definitely competitive, and he's almost as silly as Ryan. Sidebar: Jordan gave me so many fashion moments watching Owning Manhattan, but I didn't even realize this mint green suit and that perfect smile. Oh, you didn't think I was going to do an Owning Manhattan video and not talk about Trisha, my fave. She was my fave from I Am the Queen of Brooklyn and her success story. But in watching it a second time, I was like, no, Trish is that girl. And we already know, as people in the workforce, black people, black women, we have to do above and beyond to be successful. So all of her success, please understand, when she told Ari that of the 112 homes that I've sold 111. First of all, I like that number. I was like, you better speak. Chloe and Jade aren't friends. They are frenemies. I don't know if I could be friends with someone the way that Chloe read Jade and said, I gave you every opportunity. I'm the one who, got you into Serhant. I don't know if it was true, but there were a lot of shocking allegations. And this is why it's important. If you're going to fight with someone that you consider a friend, you have to be mindful of how low you're going to go. And Chloe, although I think Chloe is fantastic reality television, fantastic vocal voice too. She's a Broadway singer turned real estate agent, doing very well for herself. She impressed me. I thought that she was in the business for years, but she had really recently got into the business maybe in the last few years during the pandemic. That's what they call these new real estate agents. But Jade also impressed me. Jade, I don't know what that music video was about. I don't know what you were selling, but you sold it. That's the one thing Ryan said on Watch What Happens Live. Oh, but she sold property on the show. But Jade's storyline, I did not expect this, where she finds out that her husband, who we met on the show briefly, had cheated on her, and the girl DM'd her. And by the end of the season, we find out that she divorced him, or filed for divorce. I would pull up a picture of Savannah, but Savannah during the season told Ryan that she was considering another offer. She needs to make more money. And Ryan is just like, I don't know how Savannah thought that she could come into an office with this master negotiator and try to negotiate more time with him and actual more money. She's like, I'm being offered, a consistent check and da-da-da. Anyone getting into real estate understands the business of real estate. Savannah wanted a handout. And I wasn't surprised that at the end of the season, spoiler alert, that Savannah ends up leaving, but she wasn't the only one. One of his top producers ends up leaving. That's also another big storyline. There's so many elements to real estate, and I'm so happy that Owning Manhattan gives us a completely different perspective. We're getting the real estate, mostly the real estate, and the business of real estate with interpersonal competitive drama, but it's not really focused on the drama like these other real estate shows. You guys did that. I can't wait for season 2. Have we started filming yet?
Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow me, lead it. Just watch the shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.